with Karen Jeans today, and I'm so excited to have you at the resort, Karen.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
So Karen is one of our longtime Movara Fitness Resort guests, and she recently, in the last few months, maybe a little bit more, has joined our Movara Home program.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started in Movara Home. What turned you on to that, Karen?
Tell you what, I have been coming to Movara for a few years, and I love Movara, but I am not the most healthiest person in the world, and I'm in a high-stress job. And so when I would go home, I would go back to my old habits within a few weeks because I can't live here at Movara. Right. So I heard about Movara Home, and I've tried other weight loss programs, and where you call in, and it hadn't worked for me. And so I thought, okay, I'll try it. I don't have any faith in it whatsoever.
So you weren't super optimistic about it in the beginning?
I had no faith, but I wanted to try it. If you don't try something.
Got it.
And so I literally 2 weeks after I came home from Movara, my weight was kind of easing back up, and I was back to doing some old habits. And I thought, Karen, I'm not going to do it again.
Right.
I've got to see if I can stop this.
Right.
So I literally went online, and I signed up, and I get an email immediately. Okay, you're starting the next day. I'm thinking, okay, all right. and I picked a coach, and I picked a coach that fit my time because I'm on East Coast time.
Right.
And I started and heard orientation, and I thought, I don't know about this. And I started in, and oh my gosh, it works. I've been on the program now 10 weeks as of today.
For quite a while.
And this is the best I've ever done. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I qualify for AARP. And I have lost more weight in 10 weeks than I have lost in 35 years.
Now let me ask you this too. With the weight loss, do you feel like the things that you're doing in Movara Home are sustainable for a lifetime?
Absolutely. And this is why. It's not just about the weight. I'm a Coke-aholic. I drink 14. I was drinking. I'll admit it on camera. I was drinking 14 to 15 Diet Cokes a day. That's bad.
Yeah.
And with Movara Home, this is the first time in decades I've been able to break it.
Wow.
And so it's not just about the weight loss. Yeah, the weight loss is great.
Right.
That's why I started, but that's not the benefit I've actually gotten out of it. It's I'm dealing with my stress better at work, my family, how to deal with bunch of kids, a husband, because this is a bubble here at Movara.
Right.
Real life is out there. And I think the best part is I have a group. This is my group. And I don't think that's why it works for me in Movara Home, because you have this small group that's your group. And
your community, your family,
they
basically,
are.
right? Yeah.
And so I know I'm going to touch base with them 3 times a week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for me.
Right.
And then you pick your coach. Yeah. And what I really like about the program is that instead of, okay, I show up at this time, hi, coach.
Right.
She reaches out to me. So, Movara Home has an app. Okay, there's other programs out there that have apps. Okay, cool. That's great and wonderful. That may work for some people. But you have notes. And so what I do, like when it has in the app, it will say, okay, did in terms of your exercise. All right, I did this exercise, but I really hated it. I didn't want to do it. And I'll get a little note from my coach. Hey, Karen, I see this interesting note from you. Okay, what about this? I don't cook. I am the world's worst cook. I admit that on camera.
I do remember you always talking about that.
Pitiful.
Cooking is not your deal.
I chose a coach that's a chef. She has been able, through Movara Home, I could spend thousands of dollars in cooking classes. I've learned to saute vegetables for the first time in my whole life. And so she's giving me things that are helping me because I'm a sweet person. I like to, I'm sweet, but I like sweets.
Yes.
And so I need recipes for cookies and cakes. And instead of some programs going, you can't have them, she has made it where I can do things with them where I can
still enjoy the foods that you like.
Exactly.
Right. That kind of feed the soul, our soul foods.
That's it.
I love that. Karen, what would you tell others who might be contemplating, what kind of journey they want to go on, or what kind of plan might work for them if they're contemplating whether or not something like this is going to work. Where with Movara Home, we really do want to create a space where, like you've already mentioned, there's community, there's support, and number one, there's the accountability. Because so many of us, especially when we've been at the resort, we've popped the bubble, we go home, and now we're left up to our own.
That's it.
Our own plan, right? So we need the accountability. Our coaches and our community is there to do that. There's the structure. What would you recommend someone who is looking for a plan that they want for a lifetime?
So for me, and if you're thinking about doing it, for me, it's try it.
Yeah.
Don't do like I have done. I heard about, this is not the first time I've heard about Movara Home, and I think that's important to know about.
Right. Because you've been a guest here for quite a while at the resort.
A guest here. Yeah. And I had been here like 4 months earlier where I heard about Movara Home, and I just said, that's for other people. That's not for me. I've done other things. That's not going to work.
Right.
And so this time, for some odd reason, it just kept saying, Karen, what do you have to lose? That's my name, by the way. And so it was, I was hesitant. I'll be honest. I was online. I'm thinking, okay, I can wait another week, or I'll wait another week.
Putting it off.
And that's it. That's what a lot of us do, is we put it off thinking, okay, I bet I can I'll stop drinking my Diet Cokes less next week.
Right.
But I needed someone to help me. So for me, and what I would advise other people to do is to try it.
Right.
Because it's not a long term. You can choose how many weeks. So it's not like you're signing up forever. And that's another thing you control. There's no one here. This is not a thing of okay, we're going to try to sell you this product and sell you this product and sell you this product.
Right.
That's not what this is about. It is truly about a group of people who have a shared experience, who have shared goals, but each of us are different.
Right.
And so for me, and every week we have people that come in and people that come out.
Right.
And I learned so much from, all ages too. It's not for the young, it's not for the old, it's for people.
Yep.
Women and
of
men.
All walks of life. Yep, they're all there.
So,
Beautiful.
I love it. And like I said, it's the only thing that's worked for me in terms of being at home. And that's the reality. I work, I travel. This works for me.
Now you've got a lot going on.
So,
and you can take Movara home with you, right?
That's it.
When you're out and about.
And I do it every time. So I cannot think of any, again, I was a skeptic. I was a major skeptic.
She is.
My coach will tell you I was a skeptic. And yet the first week,
I love it.
I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
And so, have I been perfect the whole time? No, because that's life.
But that's okay. That's where we continue to work towards progress, right?
That's it. That's it exactly.
Beautiful. Karen, thanks so much for joining us today. So excited to have you with us, and thank you so much for just being a part of this.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.